All right, another one done. Next world quest, there is a samurai over here on Tatarasuna that we have to interact with. I believe you can actually fight this samurai daily. I have seen a couple of videos where like Ziox uses that samurai as like a testing dummy to test out builds and damage and stuff like that. I don't know the context of this guy in terms of like lore or whatever. Also, this man has an entire, this looks like the freaking Keyblade graveyard with all these swords. My God. All right, Nameless. Ooh, the Nameless King from Dark Souls 3, maybe? Hello, sir. Oh my God. Yanfei is literally at this man's waist. Jesus Christ. This guy's an absolute unit. Why? Why can't I find it? What are you looking for? I'm looking for I've forgotten. Each time I think I'm about to remember it, it disappears from my mind. Did you forget your name? We threw out his name! Hey, do you know what I'm supposed to be looking for? Have you looked have you looked it all in your pocket? What? How would I know? Ugh, I just can't think. Curses, curses, why can't I remember? Think back to when you arrived here. When I got here, all I remember doing here is wielding my sword. As for why I am wielding it, haha, yes, now I remember. I was executing someone. What the fuck? Yo, chill, my guy. If you strike your enemies with your sword, blood surges like a river of red. It gives you a real rush. Ha ha ha. I love how he starts talking about death and destruction, and then it starts raining. Like, bro, the timing couldn't be more perfect. We're about to get into some crazy, oh my God, like actual ridiculousness. Dude, Monk W. When was my sword last stained in red? Huh, it must have been a few days by now. Well, at least you're here today. For now, let's leave aside the questions of what I'm looking for. I've tired myself out thinking about it for so long, and now I need to relax. It's been a while since I've brandished my blade. I can hear Ichika Dosetsu complaining. Aw, listen, she's calling out because she wants to cut you into pieces. Ha ha ha. Having a duel with you would make her happy indeed. Are you okay? Your sword can't speak. Oh my God, imagine it could. You can't hear Ichika Dosetsu's voice? What a pity. Those who live by the sword know to listen to the voice of their blade. Heh, she's nagging me to get on with it again. Come, draw your weapon and try your chances against me. Bro, I almost wish that the rain was scripted, because this is like the coolest turn of events, that we're doing a swordsman battle in the rain. Come, draw your blade and try your chances against me. Yo, this is so hype! What the fuck? The rain makes this so much cooler. Oh, shit. Dude, I love how they did, like, the cinematic effect, too. Let's go, Traveler! Sheesh! Yo, let's go. Defeat all opponents within 60 seconds? Bro, are you capping?
By royal decree.
You're capping right now, right? 60 seconds? I'll give you 13.
Don't stand too close to me, or you might get hit by lightning too.
Incoming lightning strike as he says that. That'd be hilarious. I have cut countless people down and have never lost once. Now that I have tasted defeat at your hands, I have bet and lost. I shall have no regrets, even if it costs me my life. You should really just stop. I don't do that kind of thing. Haha, draw your sword and kill. You do not? You fight strangely and your bearings are far from normal. Not at all like those who I cut down. Which school do you belong to? I'm just a traveler. Heh, unwilling to say, are you? It matters little. I remember nothing at all. So even if you mention your school of swordsmanship, I will not recognize it. Who am I? What did I do before drifting here? I no longer remember any of these things. I only feel familiarity and peace with my sword in hand. Someone as lost as I must be doomed to wander this wasteland. I can try to help you, but not knowing even my own name, I cannot do anything but wander the world like a ghost. How could you help me? I do not know if I have a family or where my hometown is. There is nowhere for me to go but here. My only connection I have to the past is my swordsmanship. And where did you learn yours? My lineage. I can no longer recall it, but it could not have come from nowhere. On this path, there is little hope for those who have no background at all. Even if one begins training hard from an early age, they cannot receive accurate instructions if they cannot pay a master to tutor them. They will have to go through many more twists and turns than the average person. Without a good sword, they can only go to a smelting plant to look for a discarded inferior blade. Though it be inferior, they will cherish it and even give the blade a name. They would train for every ounce of sweat in their body, and after many wounds and much persistence, they will gain a foundation, and yet they will still be mocked. Without a friend by their side, they would not be able to go on. Wait, why? Why does this feel so familiar? I think I remember something. Two children playing swords and sparring next to their family homes. A hut. Yes, they lived in a hut in a fishing village to the north, and the hut was under a cliff and surrounded by sea on all sides. They would take the steps behind the house to the slopes to spar. Their blades might still be there. But who are they? My head hurts. I can't remember. Didn't you say you would help me? Then please help me find those two sword-wielding children and bring me their swords. I think their swords may be related to me somehow. I understand. A samurai's word is his bond. I will wait here for you until you have brought me the swords. I really hope I didn't accidentally kill his friends, because I fought a lot of people with swords in this game. And apparently, I didn't realize it at the time, but I killed an entire school of samurai, and I felt really bad about it. So I just really hope I didn't body his friends, but I also don't think his friends are around. I feel like this might be another tragic story. Damn, Inazumans have it rough, bro. Like, real talk. They're killed, they're left for dead, they're forgotten, abandoned. Sheesh, dude. This place is so depressing. There's very few happy endings. Like, I'm really surprised that when we found Ladocha, that's probably one of the first, like, happy ending stories that we got from Inazuma thus far. Rue's story was tragic. Enkanomiya's story is tragic. The Sun Children was tragic. This whole place is just tragedy and, like, depression. Oh!
It's my lucky day.
Uh-oh. Don't mind me. Hopefully those weren't the sword-wielding children. Let's just hope that wasn't them. Oh, search for the blade mentioned by the samurai. Okay. Let's see if we can find it. Over here somewhere, maybe? Hilly Churls, what are you doing? Get out of here. Oh, is this one of them? Oh, we haven't seen any sword-wielding kids at all. All we got's the sword stuck. The samurai said that there were two, so there should be two swords. We only found one. Where's the other one taken? A discarded blade, an old blade that has lost its luster due to long-term lack of maintenance. Okay. Wow, we just have to go back? Where's the other? Wait, imagine. Oh, here it is. He has the other blade because he doesn't remember, right? So I wonder if that's the sword of one kid and he was the other kid who just grew up but forgot. I'm calling it right here, chat. Give the blade to the nameless swordsman. Hey, buddy, you might actually be that other kid. Just saying. Have you found the swords? I only found one. Please don't be angry with me. He's like, where's the other one? Uh-oh. I remember this. One of the two children used this sword. That child. He and his friends sneaked off to the smelting plant to obtain two identical swords that the smiths had discarded. The finest of blades were made there, but these two were of an inferior make, so those two children, I remember now, they would be mocked by others for not being able to afford swords made by famous smiths and for using junk. Ha! I say, as long as they slay foes in battle, it is a good blade. What in this world is born bearing gold and jade? Nor does the battlefield distinguish between the nobles and the lowly. Exactly. Samurai, have you ever been on the battlefield? No, I haven't. You should. One strike and one strike only is all it takes for someone to fall, whether they be a mighty general or a lowly Ashigaru. Ha ha ha. But I cannot die. No matter how many swordsmen or ronin come to challenge me, I was never defeated. Those who are only swordsmen in name, they fled, and they were all cut down. You're the only one who managed to defeat me. Curses, how did I lose? Curses, curses! Okay, sir, calm down. You're kind of scaring me a little bit. I don't want to have to strike you down. Again, we will go again. I will not lose this time. Okay. This man just doesn't know how to take an L. I see. All right. We have another like badass sequence. Let us duel once more, you and I. Well, if you're ready to lose, you're really going to mock this man right now? Damn. Ah, round two. I love this dude. Look at that. That shit's so badass. God. The standoff is so real. Aether's just like smiling, like, this is fun. I enjoy this. Let's go!
Boom, boom! Witness the cap. Everybody stand! Inadmissible evidence!
Hey, I killed him this time in 9 seconds. Poggers. Good shit. All right, well, he died 4 seconds faster than last time. You have defeated me again. Bro, your track record was great before. You were like 1,000 to 1, and now you're 1,000 to 2. That must really suck. You hate to see it. Will you not tell me where you learned your swordsmanship from? I told you, I'm just a traveler. Do all true masters hide their true selves like this? Never mind, I shall not pry. It has been so long since I felt this fulfilled, discarding all pointless thoughts and giving myself over to the blade. How strange, my body remembers this refreshing feeling as well. It's almost like I could gain acceptance, owe everything to this world, when I was wielding my sword, when my all was focusing on winning victory. Yes, that's right, I once wielded this sword to sunder many armored bodies. I remember how I felt then. Mora and honor could only be gained by the sword. As long as I had the last laugh in the end of a raging fight, what did anything else matter? To the victor go the spoils. The spoils, the glory. So, I had such moments of satisfaction in my time, did I? When I was crowned with honor, acknowledgement by my superiors, when the wine flowed freely. Wine. Wine. How could I forget the wine I drank under the moonlight with my companions? I miss that taste. You remembered? I remember now. I remember drinking wine together with people. It was a long time ago. I remember when we were inside the great encampment. Men dressed in armor were all around us. We said something then. No, I can't remember it. Perhaps you'll remember if you drank the same wine from back then. You'll help me find that wine? I can. I am in your debt. Perhaps I shall indeed remember my past if I drank the same wine as I did back then. All right. Come get your dandelion wine. I guarantee you, dude. Or osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. Actually, osmanthus wine. Oh my god. All right, we gotta go and find some wine for this lad. Let's go. Yep, the Kujo encampment. Oh man, that's so funny. Let's see if someone around here can help us. Yo, shout out to Windtrace, by the way. I never got to play on this map on the Windtrace. I never got this map. It was so sad. I watched somebody stream the recently passed Windtrace, and I did not get this map. Big Sag. Ask the soldiers about the wine. Do you know of a nameless swordsman serving no master and slaying no foe on the battlefield? The person reminds me of a Ronin. There's no place in the army for such a person. Besides, orders are valued above all in the military encampment. There's no place for civilians to walk in and out as they please. Please leave quickly. Okay, fuck you too, dude. Absolute hard ass. My god. All right. How about this guy? Hey, do you know about the nameless swordsman? Born into a fishing village, joined the military, and that manner of speak? I think I know who you're talking about. After that last battle ended, a lot of folks went missing in action, that guy included. Usually people who ended up unaccounted for were either deserted or, you know, bought the farm. But that guy, with his skills, I don't think any of us riffraff from Sangonomiya could have beaten him. I thought he'd fled. I never would have imagined that he'd lose his memory and become a madman who only knows how to wield a sword. Well then, were you here to ask about him or did you want something else? Please help him regain his memory. You know, I wouldn't necessarily call losing your memory on the battlefield a bad thing exactly, but you look like a good person. I mean, you came all this way just to help him. As an old friend of his, I would like to help, but as you can see, I have my duties here and I can't leave. I just need the wine that he drank in the past. Wine? That's all you need then? I've got it. I'll give you my personal bottle of it, in fact. Back when he used to still be in the army, he, a friend from his hometown, and I would drink together. We were both of lowly birth and would often be ostracized by the folks with richer families. He was a rough man who didn't care a whit about being excluded. He just threw himself into battle all the time. The general at the time quite liked him and raised him and his hometown friends in the rank of Hadamoto. But during that battle, I always come to back with something awful whenever I think of the past. There's no point in nattering on, so I shan't. But you have the wine and there's nothing else. Best that you leave. This is military encampment after all. If you tally too long, people might get the wrong idea. All right, good shit, my friend. A jug of wine. A jug of wine. An old jug containing wine. A rich scent emanates from it. Poggers. This man's about to get sauced. Sir, we got your wine. Hopefully it, I mean, I guess wine gets better with age, so I assume it'll taste just as good, if not better than when you had it. All right, here you go. Bottoms up, my friend. This wine, it's bitter. That's not right. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not all wines age with time, I guess. I remember that the wine we drank wasn't like this. It only had the taste of excitement and joy. We took names and won glory. Should we not have been pleased with ourselves? And yet, why does this wine go down my throat so bitterly? And this bottle, I remember it. It has to be. He would take the bottle and he would say, "Come on, Masanori, have another." Yo, he remembered. Masanori. Masanori, is that my name? I mean, it has to be your name. You just said it yourself. So that is your name, Masanori. That's a pretty cool name. Yes, yes, I remember. I would often drink with the same person. He and I were like brothers and we would talk often. But there was just this once when he said something that led to an argument and so he left. He was my brother in arms through thick and thin. Why would he just leave like that? Why? What did I do wrong? Do you know, Samurai? You probably need to ask yourself that question. But I want to know. I must know. Please, I want to know. I want to. Are we gonna fight again? Uh-oh. Oh God, we're gonna fight again? My head, it hurts. Please, I beg of you, fight me once more. Use your blade to help me remember. Help me remember everything. Bro, I got you, fam. Have at it. Have at you. Let's go. Let's cross swords. Yo! Yo, I will never get tired of this shot, dude. This is such a cool cinematic shot, bro. I love this shit. Let's go. Third time's the charm. Have at you then!
Midnight Venta.
Rain outlines your fate. Huh? Let me weave you a bird.
Motion to compel.
All right, there you go. That was 11 seconds, so a little underwhelming. If I had Arataki Ito, I feel like I'd kill him in like one hit. Defeated by the same person thrice. How am I this weak? I have owned my martial arts abilities from childhood to today. How am I so useless? Useless! I'm a useless samurai. Wait, I remember now. I saw a sword fall from someone's hand, and it wasn't Ichika Dosetsu. The sight of that sword sent me trembling all over, and my courage failed me. I feared that fallen sword, and I fled from there and ended up here. And where's that place? I fled from the tile flats of the northwest. That was where the battle took place. Why am I so afraid of that sword? What happened there? I'll help you remember. I have to remember that sword. He might have gotten into a battle, and maybe for the first time in his life, he felt fear, and he decided to, you know, just save himself or run off. Who knows? Oh! Here are the samurais. And they look pretty dangerous. Oh, okay, here we go.
Boom! Breath of the foot. Teamwork is true. Midnight Phantasmagoria. Motion to compel.
There we go. Easy clapperino. Let's go. All right, search for the blade mentioned by Masanori. Oh, it's right here. Pog. Good shit. Oh. A masterless blade? Oh no! I've been duped!
Incinerate!
Know my sword. Witness the power of Gugwa. Rain.
Yeah, everybody stand! Motion to compel!
Okay. Whew. Okay, this fight's done and over with. Okay, we got a masterless blade. Let's check that out real quick. A masterless blade, a familiar old blade stabbed into the battlefield in a skewered fashion. Let's head back. I swear to God, if I have to fight this guy again, like, bro, you gotta take the L. I'm sorry. I don't know if you're gonna have another battle for the 4th time where you're actually gonna beat me, but who knows? Imagine he pulls a killer bee and he uses his sword and then the other sword, and then he puts another sword like in his mouth and then another one like on like the hinge of his arm and then one behind his leg, and he's like, he just does the 8 swordman style and just shits on my life and I lose for the first time. Okay, let's see. Remember, I have to remember that sword. All right, let's see. This is that sword. Yes, this is his sword. But where is he? Where did he go? He agreed to go home together. What's come over you? Why wasn't he there? How could this be? Sir! He's gone berserk! Yo, chill!
As you wish.
Bro, I'm just trying to help you, and this is how you repay me?
Rain cutter.
Time for your rain!
Let's light it up.
How dare you?
Incinerate!
Objection.
Yeah.
Stand down, sir. Stand down. Yo, stand down! Oh my God! Oh, okay. He's actually gone fucking berserk. Oh! Okay. Actually, I actually like this. They caught me off guard. I thought it was gonna be just like the last one. Actually, this is kind of pog.
Witness the power.
Shadow Raven!
I'm ready.
Okay, stand down, sir. You stand down right now. Okay? I've had enough. We are not fighting anymore, okay? Take the fucking L. You've lost. I have truly been defeated. I put everything on the line to wield my sword, but the martial arts that I so worshipped, they have been truly and pathetically beaten. Have you awakened? You need not worry. I lost control earlier. Never again will I raise my hand against you of my own will. Thank you, Dad. I appreciate it. I fought you to my heart's content 4 times and discovered some shattering memories. Obtained 2 swords and a bottle of wine. I am satisfied. More so, the more I remember, the more I feel anger and the deep pain raises up from within me. Perhaps my past is indeed far from a beautiful story. I doubt I will ever gain much from becoming obsessed with it, and so it is best that I put it down. Nonetheless, I believe it to be greatly fortuitous that we met. I do not regret it. The feeling is mutual. Haha, you are indeed straightforward. I shall also be frank. I may be to you as a defeated foe, but if you are willing, I will still exchange pointers with you. Warriors make friends best when their swords clash, rather than when they talk around the table. I and Ichika Dosetsu will remain here, watching the sea and listening to the wind. We will be here any time to speak with you, should you wish it. Nice. Why We Fight. I actually like the name of that achievement. Why We Fight. This guy's probably going to be a nice barometer for testing out damage and DPS for new characters when they come out. I usually test that out for weekly bosses, but I never really have a good middle ground for it when it comes to mobs. I think I'll definitely do that with this guy moving forward. Masanori. I really liked this world quest. This world quest was really awesome. Help Masanori return to his senses. Pog. Good shit. Yeah, I really liked that world quest a lot. That one was really good. Have you read the Masanori letter? Oh, that's right. I completely forgot the name, but I remember I have 2 letters from Masanori in my inventory. Yeah, I haven't read them. So it's the tattered letter and the family letter. This page is already yellowed and becoming incredibly brittle. A single touch might even break it. Someone's private thoughts are written here in the title letter. Unfortunately, the years were eaten away by the words that were penned until they became blurred. But if not for someone having dug it up, these past events may have forever slept into the soil. Okay, let's see. Dear Kenji, I've thought things over for a long time before writing this letter. There are many things I want to say to you, yet my pen fell idle whenever I attempted to start this letter. We learned martial arts together when we were young and enlisted once we were older. We did everything together. You're like a real brother to me. I never thought that we'd have such a big argument or that we'd ever come to blows over that argument. Kenji, my brother, I regret what I did every moment of every day. If I had been more calmer and not so insistent on leaving, you might not have been as furious as you were. You must think of me as a shameless deserter who had betrayed the Shogun, and that's why you raised a hand against me without letting me explain. I care not about what everyone thinks of me, everyone but you, and that is why I have to write this letter to tell you how I truly feel. Remember the day we shared when we first enlisted? We wanted to show our bravery and swordsmanship to make a name for ourselves and take care of our parents in a time of chaos. We were taught that it was a major offense that the people of Sangonomiya had dared to draw their swords against the Electro Mitsu Domoe banner. We were told to end their lives with no reservation, as it was they who chose the path of death. I used to truly believe that, but after that incident, I find that I can no longer. The battle had just ended at the time. As we withdrew, I found a bloodied letter belonging to a rebel soldier. You may not believe it, but we both know that soldier. When we first enlisted, there was a senior who looked after me for a while. That letter is his. In that letter, he wrote that he missed the fishing boat back home and that he looked forward to returning after the war was over. I never would have thought that he would join the rebels and that I would meet him on the battlefield under such circumstances. Ever since my finding that letter, I suddenly came to realize that the rebels are people too. That's true. They too have parents that they need to take care of and a home to return to. I then decided to keep the incident of the letter to myself and hoped to send it back to our senior's family. However, a number of our comrades somehow found out about the incident and I was treated with ridicule and hostility. You and I came from low birth, yet we were able to quickly rise to the rank of Hatamoto through our hard work and ability. This has caused many to spread rumors behind our back. After this incident, the isolation and hostility became worse. It got so bad that our comrades would expose my back to the enemy while we were on the battlefield. I barely escaped death on numerous occasions. Everything that happened had made my heart grow chill. After thinking upon it for a long time, I decided that if I had been forsaken by my comrades by the shogunate, and that deep down inside I developed empathy for my enemy, when I should just join them. Kenji, you've always been a straightforward and magnanimous one between us. I love that he mentions that Kenji was always straightforward because that's what they said about me, the traveler. So I wonder if I reminded him name of his friend. You've never noticed the things that were going on. My telling you of the incident that took place is not to ask for you to understand, but merely to know what it is that's going on in my mind. I am writing you from the Sangonomiya camp right now, and I hope that the war would have already ended by the time you read this letter. And when that time comes, if you're willing to accept me as your friend once more, we can return home together just as we previously planned. None of this matters anymore. Not Mora, not honor, not anything. When we enlisted, all we had were our swords and each other, and that's all we need when we return. Respectfully yours, Masanori. Damn. That's a very emotional letter of just trying to cut through all the bullshit, right? The war. Yeah, I don't know. That's just a very human letter right there. Just trying to like convey your emotions to someone through all of the bullshit of like, because war like blinds a lot of people, right? Like fear and doubt and like, can you trust people and all that stuff. But yeah, that was a letter to his friend. So I guess Kenji was the childhood friend, and them two were the two that were training with the swords, I guess. Damn. I wonder if Kenji died on the battlefield. I love Masanori so much, an honorable man and a true samurai. See, that's the thing, dude. Like, there are so many great NPCs here. Like, and I'm learning about them now. Like, I guess it's better late than never. It's better that I'm like checking up on this stuff now versus skipping over it, or just like, you know, skipping through all the dialogue just to get the completion or whatever. But a lot of great NPC lore tied to Inazuma that I'm like now discovering with some of these quests that I'm going through. I will always champion MiHoYo's writing team, whether it's an Archon quest or a side quest. Yeah, there are some side quests that are pretty like mundane. They're pretty much just fetch quests that are just there to have you do something. But every so often you'll get like a hidden gem like this, and I really, really appreciate that. And then on top of that, like, they reinforce quests with things like items that you find in the world, whether they're quest items or flavor text or artifacts that give you even more layers of depth when it comes to characters. I really appreciate the person who reminded me of this, because I do remember seeing the word Masanori, but I haven't read any of these books in my quest yet, because I do want to plan a book club stream in the future where I read all of these things. But I really appreciate that person who told me, because this is super relevant to the quest that I just finished. And then we have another one here, which is a family letter. So this might be a letter to his actual family now. Yeah, his father. To dearest father, I have not written back for some time. How is everything at home? You mentioned that Sensuiko gave birth to a bunch of puppies in your previous letter, but I was swamped with work and couldn't reply sooner. I imagine the puppies are grown a fair bit since you last mentioned them. I think it's wonderful that you plan on giving one to Kenji's parents. Kenji and I have always deeply regretted that our service in the military had prevented us from taking care of you. Hearing from you, mother, and Kenji's parents have been looking after each other is a great relief for us, far away as we are. Father, please do not worry about how I'm doing in the military. We're being given more than enough food, and our rooms are spacious and clean. I ask for no more than what I'm already given here. I've even made a new friend named Matsudaira, which is the guy that we talked to at the camp. If possible, I'd like to invite him to visit our home and try out mother's cooking. Oh, and one more thing, and I think it's something you'd be proud of. Due to my brave efforts in combat, my superiors have promoted me to the rank of Hatamoto. Kenji was also promoted to the same rank, but please let him be the one to tell his parents. Father, I always believe that when this war is over, Kenji and I will return to our village in honor, and that everything will be different. My pay and penance will be more than enough for us to build a new home and buy a new boat. You and mother won't need to fish tirelessly to make ends meet. We will enjoy a life of plenty. I will continue to work hard and earn more than honor to make this happen. Please don't worry and await our return. Respectfully yours, Masanori. Damn, dude. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I cannot believe how good these quests are. And this man only has his sword now at the end of it all. I assume, like, I don't remember where I got these items from, right? I don't know where I found these letters. I assume I found them over the course of my exploring Inazuma when I first got here. But, like, I assume the letter I found was at his house, and I don't know what happened to his parents. And we found Kenji's old sword, so I assume Kenji's gone too. So it's just a really tragic turn of events for some of the people like him. And he's just like a man of honor and just a true gentleman at the end of the day. And now he's just a fucking badass who's willing to help the traveler. I don't know where his parents are. I hope that they're okay. I hope they're still alive, because obviously it was during the war that just ended. So we could potentially get some follow-up to some of this. I don't know about Kenji though, just because the sword that we found was in the ground and it's almost kind of like he left it behind. So, and then there was that other sword that we found at the location initially. So I just don't know. I don't remember seeing any characters by the name of Kenji, so I don't know if we've crossed paths with them over the course of the game, but you know, only time will tell. But my God, these are such fantastic quest additions. I'm really, really impressed by it. Seriously. Yeah, I guess the trauma of everything caused the memory loss for him. Yeah, that is true. Can I talk to him anymore, or is it just sparring? I'd just like to talk. I have forsaken my past. There is no need to say anything between me and this world. If you're looking for someone to chat with, you have come to the wrong person. Kindly leave. Okay, you know what? That's his decision. He doesn't want to bring up the past. I will respect it wholeheartedly, because he deserves that much. Everyone deserves that much. But after everything that I just read regarding him, bro, you don't want to bring it up. You do you. Absolutely. Yeah. Trauma and stress can cause memory loss. It's like a defense mechanism. If memories are painful and they're causing you like a lot of like internal or external pain, a mental defense mechanism is that your body or your mind or your brain will close out those memories to preserve your well-being. That isn't uncommon, but yeah, if you didn't know that, then yeah. I've always wondered if the samurai dude is actually Kenji, since I feel like the letter didn't match what the samurai says, i.e. the letter talks about glory and honor, but not mentioning anything, while the samurai talks about how great they are. I may be misreading things. I don't know. I mean, these are also written at different times. Like, he wrote that letter during his time as one of the rebels. So his time spent with his friends was one way, and then when he started sympathizing with the enemy, he actually joined Sangonomiya rebels, and then he just decided to fuck off and leave it all together before we showed up to help with the war, I guess. Damn, that was a really great quest though. I really, really enjoyed that one.